Hi, my name is Barrie Crampton. Today I'm going to show you around our Porsche Cayenne. Then I'll take you for riding it, but first I'll tell you a little bit more about it. It's a 4.2 TD Tiptronic S four-wheel drive. 2014 on the 63 plate, 92,783 miles at the moment, but will have done about 92,830 when I've finished today. It's MOT'd until the 23rd of the 9th, 2022. Fuel economy. Urban 28.2 miles per gallon, extra urban 38.7 miles per gallon, and combined is 34 miles per gallon. It has a 0 to 60 time of 5.7 seconds, a top speed of 156 miles per hour, out of an 8-cylinder, 382 brake horsepower, 32 valve engine. Road tax, surprisingly, 6 months is only £187 and 12 months is £340. So we've got front and rear parking sensors, multi-spoke alloy wheels. It has the wheel arch side protective mouldings, power open, power close tailgate. It's got power folding door mirrors, got electric memory seats. It's a nice flat load area in the back. Leather upholstery, and it's double stitched and perforated. And as well, we've got the Porsche crest on here, which always finish it off. So that's the key. Slots in the ignition, then the whole key turns, the whole Porsche turns. We're going to have to give it a couple of moments. Well, it was snowing a short while ago when I was trying to do the outside of the car. So we'll just see how we get on, but I'll have to demist the windows because I'm soaked, my jacket's soaked, the carpet's soaked, getting in and out, and even the doors are pretty, well, no, I'm not going to open it again. It's horrible. The wind always blows that way. So what's that? That's north to south. It seems to blow up here, and it comes down sideways. It's absolutely wild out there. Right. If you can hear, there's a switch here. Now, it's quite confusing. I'm going to turn this down. That's getting on my nerves. You won't be able to hear. So there's two switches here. There's a kind of curved windscreen, and there's a square windscreen. Now, if you look in the glass at the front, the elements, then you can see it's a heated screen. And to be honest, I couldn't really see how you switched it on before. But this, because every time I pressed that, I thought that was for the heated rear screen and this was for the front screen. But as soon as you press the front screen, it goes into full demist like so. This switch here, you click that. Now, apparently, I've actually looked it up. I've taken the trouble to look in the manual, which is a first for me, really. That switches your heated mirrors on, your heated front screen, and also your heated rear screen. So that's what that switch is. A little bit confusing. Of course, the problem is trying to demist all the windows. It's like an oven in here, and the next thing, my cameras will overheat and go off. So we'll see how we get on. I do electric memory seats. So I've set position 1. We'll just try position 2. Previous owners, big car, and the 4.2 engine. See the steering wheel and the mirrors move. Anyway, position 1. We'll just knock that down again. That's about right for me. Let's see. There's your power folding door mirrors. And we'll get going. I did notice on the way up, I really thought this car drives very, very nice. And then of course I remembered it was the 4.2. It does seem to have a kind of extra oomph to it, and really, really nice on the motorway. You can have it in, well, you can change the height here if you're off-road. That's the four-wheel drive, off-road and on-road. And then you've got your suspension settings, comfort, normal and sport. It's in sport at the moment, but I'm going to put it in comfort because comfort is so much better on these roads. So that's the suspension. You've also got a sport switch here, which I'll show you, and that's stop, start, off. Oh, we'll just let this chap pull in. Yeah, his windows are all steamed up as well, and he's going mountain biking, riding, so every credit. Here we go. Here underneath you've got another thing that foxed me, and the older I get the better I was. Underneath is it feels like a catch that normally you pull a lever down, and that allows you to move the steering wheel height and reach adjustable. And I felt this thing here, and I didn't have the ignition on, so I was trying to move, and it wouldn't move full stop. Anyway, I turned the ignition on, and it really wasn't in the place that I wanted it to be. It was where the steering wheel was before. It was cutting the display off at the bottom, so I knew it would bug me right through the test drive unless I moved it. Of course, I went to try and pull this down, because you can just get my thumb behind it. Went to try and pull it down, and then there you go. It's an electric switch, so it moves up and down like so. So fortunately, if I'd been any stronger, I'd have cost us a fortune. In the back of the car, sorry about the steaming up, I can actually see, it might look worse on camera, but I can actually see. In the back of this car, I have a big Oakley puffer jacket, which is soaked, and I've also got a massive golf umbrella, which is also soaked. So I can only apologise for the, as I say, for the condensation. So on the steering wheel here, well, automatic, fantastic automatic box. If I knock that over there, I can change gear like so, up and down. So it's kind of a manual. I've also got these little aluminium switches, really nice and neat, not like some of the big like angle iron that they put behind the steering wheel to change. And you've also got, if you pull towards you, that changes down, and if you push away from you, it changes up, and you can do that with both hands. So that's a good design. The air suspension as well, and that's it's really good. It's Range Rover class. It's along here. It's lovely. Also on the steering wheel here, you've got your volume control there, hands-free there. There's a little like diamond shape button here. Just go around certain death corner first. The little diamond shaped button here is the clock, second from the right. It's kind of information display and you know, your radio, that sort of stuff. But also if you just press that and then use this button here, this thumb wheel, there you go, that's your sat nav. So your sat nav screen, so it's right in front of you. Then that's looking for my phone. There's ride time, how many miles I've got left to go, distance I've covered, 32.2 miles. Average fuel consumption and average speed. The screen's a bit clearer, so I'll turn the heater down and hopefully you'll be able to hear me better. So here, getting in and out, this is a good idea because this kind of shares the chassis, I think, with the Q7 and the Touareg. On the Q7, Audi, their design department, deemed to put aluminium round here, an aluminium surround. Consequently, anybody who wears a ring and they push themselves out or they're getting in and moving around, then they end up scratching this tunnel and also putting dents in it. We've changed so many, really so many. But here we've got a big handle, big sturdy handle for each, the driver and the passenger to get in from. So that's, again, Porsche design, I suppose. You get in, you're overawed by all the switches, especially this. But when you start to break it down, and bear in mind, really, it's kind of a reverse C shape that you're responsible for the driver. That's the passenger's controls. So you can disregard them, and they're only duplicates of what's on this side. So here, that's your heated seat, 3-position, nice and toasty. Here is the direction of your airflow, so it's dual zone climate control. You can put it on automatic there, or you can have up to the screen, which I've got it on at the moment. As I say, I'm absolutely drenched. I really am, but I mean that's underneath me, 2 coats, I'm drenched. So you can imagine what it's like up here and why the vehicle's steaming up. Then here, that's your height adjustable suspension, your air suspension. There, comfort, put it in sport there. It escapes me why anybody would need that, but turn that heated seats down. Normal chassis, but back to comfort. And then there, off-road and on-road, your start-stop off switch. Here's also, there's a sport button. Now if I click the sport button, the revs automatically shoot up, the throttle's more responsive, so and perhaps that's why they have sports chassis setting. It goes like a missile. Lovely car, lovely to drive. It's got, let me just put the map on, so map there, and quite simple, not too many, although as I say, you jump in here and you think, oh God, look at all them buttons. It's not too bad when you just study them, what they do, then you're okay. So you got sat nav, that's your phone button. You've got media here, and that's just showing my iPhone, so it's playing an audio book that I've got on. If we go to source, there it's showing Bluetooth auxiliary. Oops, timed out, just got me. So source, if I just knock it on there, that takes it to auxiliary, and you can change to CD as well. It's certainly lovely to drive. Cruise control just down here, and I can actually see it. Two cutouts there. In this one I can see the cruise control, which again is a good design because it drives me mad when they're actually behind the 2:45 position. In this case, when you're going straight, you can see the wipers on your right, which control your rear wash wipe as well. There you go. Also, that's the squirter. If I press it that way, if I pull the lever towards me, then it squirts the screen. That looks like hill descent button up there. We'll try that in a minute. Go on, I'm just going to put it in sport. So sport, and then let me just see, does that? Right, that's why it was in sport. Click the sport button there, it knocks the suspension to sport as well. I was just going to gun it a little bit, but I don't think I will. There's like a 30-foot drop into a kind of a river down there, or a brook. I'm going to let this guy go. That sound of the engine's beautiful. Let me turn this heater down. I'm going to melt. The heater is awesome. So let me see what we're in. We're in sport suspension. So let's have a go around here. Hopefully nothing's coming, but not going too fast. Yeah, here we go. Should be fun over the cattle grid. Not too bad at all. Back into comfort, out of sport. Nothing coming. So here we are. We're in drive. There's a button here that looks like hill descent. So hill descent there. Put off the brake and the accelerator. And it's just taking me down here gently. I'll see if this is like the Range Rover, and I can just... No, doesn't seem to do that. On the Range Rover, you can adjust it with the cruise control, which I didn't know until last week, till somebody left a note in the comments. So if you know a different way, or anything that I've missed, please feel free to leave a comment. You know, don't bother criticising me because I couldn't care less. And you're wasting cyberspace. But if you've got anything constructive, then by all means, please leave a comment. Nice leather. Well, certainly leather effect dash. I don't know if it's full leather. The airbag over there, again, the double stitching. Silky smooth gear change. I have to say that on the way up, I could really tell the suspension is perfect. And the acceleration's something to behold as well. Like so. Fast enough. We've got a little switchback, humpback here as well. It's lovely to drive. We've had a couple of inquiries on it already. I think a couple of people are waiting to see the video. One specifically asked for a video. So I don't think it's going to last too long. Should be good value for money. I think it's meteor grey metallic with black leather. It's, as I say, I've apologised before about the condensation, but got soaked when I'm setting my cameras up. The tailgate was open, the door's open. You know, it's just going to take a little bit to dry out. It'll probably dry out as soon as I take my coat out and the umbrella, which is soaked. That should do it, but in the meantime, it's not helping. Apparently, according to the weather forecast, I'm sure I saw that we're in for up to 17 inches of snow. So you can imagine what that'll be like up here. 17 inches of snow. It's just don't bear thinking about. It'd be, well, honestly, four-wheel drive or it's at least 100-foot drop down there. And it's this road is pretty treacherous, so I'm not sure whether I'm brave enough to come up here when it's snowing. It's lovely to drive. There's a couple of dents, a couple of small dents in it, which hopefully our dent man will get as soon as he's recovered from COVID. Otherwise, we'd have had it done already. A nice car. Yeah, if you want something certainly for weekends, then oh, there's a tow bar as well, a detachable tow bar on the back, which I forgot to say in photograph. I didn't. I'm going to try and video the inside when I get back to the garage, because it was just too wild. It got wet enough without doing that. So I must remember to take a photograph of the tow bar and show you how lovely it is inside. It's beautiful. Another great car. And we've got some extremely nice vehicles coming in. Well, they're already in, extremely nice vehicles that I need to photograph and video. One is a BMW X6, which are always very popular with the people who like cars that look like a capsized dinghy. The X6 is the one for you. So we'll be doing that. Goodness me, what else we've got? Another Evoque. We're down to one Range Rover now. So always like to have at least one in spare, just in case somebody buys my smoker, and then I don't get a monk on at work. So this is it, lovely car. Yeah, so that, as I was saying before, in the past I've criticised Porsche for these cup holders on display when they've got their own Porsche design department, always improve on other people's designs, and I couldn't get my head around it. It's only a simple thing, and it's like this in a lot of cars. Couldn't get my head around it. Why would you do that? Today I discovered if you pull that up, slide forward, that's it. The armrest covers it up. So sorry for doubting your Porsche design. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video.